Got it. Okay, so the concept is based on the idea that existing food co-ops, many of us are relatively stable, and some of us have in some cases small or sometimes large reserves of cash that we need periodic access to, but not immediate access all the time. And we all have a mission interest in expanding the co-op system and looking for places where people are doing innovative next level things with co-ops. And if you look around the country, the people doing the most advanced thinking and innovative thinking about what co-ops could be and how they could serve their communities and in ways that are really pushing beyond the boundaries of what existing co-ops have really been able to do, are often in communities that have a much more difficult route to finding capital to get themselves open. Anyone who's been through a co-op startup process knows it is not an easy process in any case, even in really favorable circumstances. But a lot of these co-ops are in lower income communities. Many of them are based in communities of color, and their access to capital is even more limited than the rest of us. So the concept is to figure out a mechanism by which existing co-ops can use their strength, stability, and in some cases, their money itself to support the growth of these new co-ops. The tricky part is that what's happened right now is that those of us who are looking for these opportunities often look for them, find them individually. There's another co-op in a neighborhood near ours that's trying to start up, and we love what they're doing, and we think, okay, well, maybe my store can back up that that project. But these projects are inherently risky. They're my store is a single store, and to invest a significant amount of money with a significant possibility of just losing it could be really destabilizing for my organization and not particularly helpful to theirs. And in addition, it doesn't come with any sort of well-examined or analyzed technical support or operational support that would really enable these stores to get going better. So that way to support that way for a store like mine to support a new or emerging project is really riskier beyond the bounds of practicable. And the other piece that's really important is that the co-ops that do end up in this situation, that do get started, often end up getting started in really compromised circumstances as a result of this problem. That they're often severely undercapitalized. They often open in spaces that are really small or with equipment that's really old and sad, and really start out way behind the eight ball. That they end up in situations that they really have to overcome just a huge curve to really get going and get to the level of stability that we would want. So here's the concept. We put together a thing. The specifics of it, I think, are a big part of this project. Like figuring out exactly what the mechanism is really part of what we're trying to do. In my mind, it sort of takes two different forms, and I think we could pursue either one. One is really an investment fund. The other is really a real estate-based idea. But in either case, put together a mechanism so that existing co-ops and other potential investors have an opportunity to invest in new and emerging co-ops in a way that's both diversified, stabilized in some way, and also has some kind of liquidity component so that you could invest and then you could potentially get your money back out in a relatively shorter timeline. That I have extra money, but I might need it in 3 years or 5 years, and I don't want to end up in a situation where it's tied up for 10 or 15 years, and I won't ever have the ability to get that back. That's really the bones of the idea, and I really need help. I know quite a bit about food co-ops and a little bit about finance, but I could really, really use the support of people with greater insight and ideas and inspiration about what this mechanism should look like, so that it's legal, so that it's reasonably safe, so that it makes maximum use of our resources with at least managed risk, maybe not no risk, maybe not as a big money maker, but certainly at least secure enough so that we wouldn't feel like we were putting our jobs on the line by investing.
Thanks so much,
Anyway,
Leila. It's a brilliant
that's
concept. Your leadership and your having success building the Durham Food Co-op, and through the whole process, you're on the board of the National Co-op Grocers, so you understand the bigger dynamics and the support that they offer and lend. And you're in this NCBA CLUSA cohort on diversity, equity, inclusion here. You're very connected to Black co-op entrepreneurs in Durham and through other parts. So you're connected to a lot of the initiatives. So I'm so excited to build in this project with you. And we invite you to come on January 26th to be part of this first peer group to launch this idea and develop this over the next 6 months. Thanks so much.
Thank you.